All right, let's dive into a thought experiment that's going to totally warp your idea of something you think you know inside and out. Infinity. We're checking into the Infinite Hotel.
I mean, that sounds completely nuts, right? A total contradiction. But that's the paradox we're going to unpack today. How can something be completely, totally full, and yet still have room for more? So, to get our heads around this, first we've got to learn the rules of the house. And trust me, they're unusual. This place, the Grand Hilbert Hotel, was dreamed up by the incredible mathematician David Hilbert. But its main feature isn't the fancy lobby. It's that the hotel itself is built from the concept of infinity. Okay, so here's the setup, and it's super important you get this. Rule number 1, there are an infinite number of rooms. Rule 2, they're all numbered in order, 1, 2, 3, 4, on and on, forever. And rule number 3, and this is the big one for our puzzle, tonight the hotel is completely booked. Every single room has a guest. The no vacancy sign is shining bright. So, picture this. The hotel is packed. The no vacancy sign is glowing. Logically, that should be the end of the story. But then, a new guest walks right up to the front desk asking for a room. The manager, totally calm, just says, "Of course, we can accommodate you." How? Seriously, how is that even possible? Before I tell you, just think about it for a second. What would you do?
Okay, the solution is so simple, it's almost weird. The manager gets on the hotel's intercom and asks every single guest to please move from their current room, let's call it room N, to room N+1. So the person in room 1 moves to room 2. The guest in room 2 packs up and heads to room 3. Room 100 goes to 101, and this happens all the way down the infinite line of rooms. And just like that, poof, room 1 is now empty, ready for the new guest. Problem solved. All right, so making room for one person, that was a neat little trick. But what happens when the problem gets, well, infinitely bigger? The night manager's job is about to get a whole lot harder. You heard me. A bus carrying an infinite number of new passengers pulls up to the front door. Our last trick of just shifting everyone down by one isn't going to cut it here. So now what? The hotel is full, and we need to magically create an infinite number of empty rooms. This is where the manager pulls off something truly brilliant. It's beautiful, really. Another announcement goes out. To all the current guests, hey, whatever your room number is N, we need you to move to room 2N. So the guest in room 1 moves to room 2. The guest in room 2 moves to room 4. Room 3 moves to room 6. You see what's happening? All the current guests are now in the even-numbered rooms. And just like that, an infinite number of odd-numbered rooms are now free. So for the new arrivals, the manager just tells them, whatever your seat number on the bus is, we'll call it K, just go to room 2K-1. And it works perfectly. Every single new guest gets a room. So get this, we just took one infinity of people, the original guests, and another infinity of people, the new arrivals, and we fit them both into the original infinity of rooms. We didn't build any new rooms, we just shuffled everyone around. Now, this whole thing isn't just a fun little riddle. It's actually a key to understanding how unbelievably strange the concept of infinity really is. So, what's the big takeaway here? What we've been playing with here is a specific flavor of infinity that mathematicians call a countable infinity. It basically means that even though the set is endless, you can still list its members in some kind of order. You know, like counting 1, 2, 3, or just the even numbers 2, 4, 6. You could keep listing them forever, but there's a clear pattern. And Hilbert himself, the guy who came up with this, pointed out something really important. He never meant this as a blueprint for a real hotel. He saw it as a tool for thinking, a way to prove that infinity plays by a completely different set of rules than the finite, everyday world we live in. So here's the bottom line, the thing that should really bake your noodle. In our world, if a jar is full, you can't add one more marble. It's overcapacity. But with infinity, a full hotel plus one more guest is still a full hotel. An infinite set plus another infinite set can just equal the same original infinite set. The basic rules of math that we rely on every day completely fall apart. And that's the thought I really want to leave you with. The Infinite Hotel proves that our intuition can be dead wrong when we deal with ideas that are way outside our normal experience. So it makes you wonder, what other impossible things are out there that are only impossible because we haven't wrapped our heads around them yet?